Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going fabulous. Thank you so much for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Well, today we're going to create an Easter card. We're kind of doing a double post for Try It Out Tuesday today. We're using some ReverseConfetti products for a ReverseConfetti project. I thought it'd be nice to throw it in a Try It Out Tuesday, only because if you guys want to recreate some cards and you have ReverseConfetti stamps, they have a Stock Your Stash challenge. It's a month-long challenge where you can create, the theme this month is actually spring and Easter, but if you want to create some cards using ReverseConfetti products, you can enter your card, just take a picture of it and enter it over on the ReverseConfetti blog, and then there's a possibility or a chance that you could win the challenge. And I believe, I'm not sure about all the details. I'll link the ReverseConfetti details over on my blog. If you guys want to click on that, it'll take you to all the details. But I think you can win a gift certificate. So pretty fun little challenge. Again, this month it is Easter themed. So I'm going to be using some products, actually a few products that are older, actually a few products that are newer from the brand new release, and then one product that's been in at the ReverseConfetti shop for a while. But I stamped this little guy with Memento ink. I'm going to do a little Copic coloring. Bunnies are so easy. All I'm doing is just a little highlighting with my warm gray markers. I have my W1 marker. We'll do a light shading along the edges. It looks kind of dark, but the color does pull back once the alcohol in the marker dries. But we're just doing a little highlighting. We'll add a little highlight to the legs and arms too. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my W0 marker and then blend out that W1. Just kind of so there's a smooth transition to the white area. But basically those are the colors of my bunnies. Pretty super easy, and they're just so cute. I'm going to speed up the video a little bit faster so we can finish with the coloring. But I thought today we'd make a Easter card. This is a Hop into Spring stamp set. Again, it's part of their March release. And there are some sentiments in there that you could build, but I wanted to use a sentiment from an older stamp set. It was actually called Hippity, Hoppity. So I don't use any images from the second stamp set. I'm just using the sentiment. But I'm just finishing up my coloring, and I think after we finish this little flower, we are good to go. There are coordinating confetti cuts that will cut these images out. As I got this done, I loved my little girl. She was cute, but I think she needs a flower in her hair. So we're going to stamp that flower that's in the stamp set. Then I'm going to color in this flower with the same colors that I used for the boy bunny shirt here. This way, there's a die cut for this too, so I'm going to cut that out and just put it in her little hair. Okay, so though before we die cut those out, I'm going to go ahead and create my background. In the stamp set, there is a cute little egg that has a bow. We'll set that aside. Bring in some more cardstock, and then I am basically going to fill this entire background with this one egg. The egg has polka dots on it. I haven't did a background with stamps in a while, and it did take me a little bit of time to color. I left the coloring in. If you guys, it might be kind of boring because basically I colored in, I believe, 4 eggs, and then just repeated the same process to fill in my entire background. But after we have this egg stamped all over, there were some open areas. I thought we would use that little flower that we're going to put in our little bunny's hair, and we're going to fill in the rest of that open area with a flower. So I'll grab that block, ink that up, and just fill in all the areas. I wanted some very bright, cheery colors for this card. Normally I like a little bit of a white background, but I think colorful just means cheery, so that's what we're going to do. To color in these eggs, it's very simple. Some of the areas I just colored over the polka dots, and then added, like this is the orange, I would add a pink, darker pink right on top. Actually, not the orange, I added yellow to that. But like the pink egg, I would add a purple on top. So it's pretty easy coloring. For the flowers, I am going to leave them white, but I did use a rainbow of colors that I had used for the eggs, just to dot the center of the flowers. But that's my fun, colorful background. I'm actually going to leave this a card front panel, so we're going to flip it over and go ahead and add some tape behind here. We're going to go ahead and adhere this to a top folding A2 size card base, and then I did go ahead and die cut out my little bunnies, which are so sweet. I think they're adorable. And I die cut out my little flower also. Okay, we're going to grab some foam adhesive. I have large foam squares and some itty bitty ones. Sometimes when the flowers are small like this, it's easier to grab a foam square and put it on the image and then add your die cut piece on top. I think we're going to put this flower on the right bunny ear. We'll just pick it up and place that on there. Lovely. I think we're going to need to move that over a little bit. I think it's covering, it looks kind of an odd place. But I think little girls need bows or pretties in their hair. Much better. Okay, we'll set our little foam adhesive aside after we add some larger squares behind here. And then we are going to stamp our sentiment. This is the Hippity Hoppity reverse confetti stamp set, and in there is a sentiment. It says somebody or some bunny loves you. I just stamped that on black cardstock. We're going to treat that cardstock with some anti-static powder. This way we can use our Versamark ink and then add some white embossing powder to this, and then it's going to stand out against that black cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and add our embossing powder and melt it, and then once it's all nice and shiny and melted, we're going to go ahead and take our paper trimmer, and basically we're just going to block it off to a long rectangle. Sometimes I like to use my sentiments for landing areas for my critters. Okay, that's good to go, and I already added a piece of foam tape behind it. This is the Along the Dotted Lines cover panel. It creates a card front panel. It doesn't die cut. It's called a die, but it doesn't. It actually die cuts a card front panel, but that's all the die cutting that it does. It actually pierces some dotted lines. It's called Along the Dotted Line. I think it's super neat. If you like beadboard, this is kind of a nice background. I've only did it on white cardstock, but I think colored cardstock would be really fun. I'm actually taking it and trimming down a small background to put my little critters on. So this is a 2 3/4 inch square. I'm going to go ahead and make that dotted detail on that panel. I want to create, instead of going horizontal with it, I'm going to make it so those dotted lines are vertical. I'm going to pop up my sentiment here that says some bunny loves you. If I can get it straight, we've got to straighten that out. And then I'll just remove the release paper off of these foam squares, and then we'll place this in the center. This panel is not going to have much to it. I didn't want to add much because that background is so busy. I just wanted your eyes to mainly go to these cute little guys and then kind of go around with all those colorful eggs. I did pop the panel up with some foam tape. This is going to go in the upper portion of my card front. Just make sure it's centered. And I think it looks great. We're going to go ahead and we're not going to add very many bells and whistles. I'm just bringing in some stickles. This is like an iridescent glitter glue. This one is actually the color Stardust, and I'm only going to dot the flowers that are on my card, the flower centers, just so it has a little sparkle and a little dimension. Don't really kind of need much when you have a busy background like that. But check out the Stock Your Stash challenge over on my blog. The details are over there. But thank you for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Have a fabulous day. We will see you soon.